some quick energy clearing of the space so that only information, energies from source, unconditional love, and the frequencies of unconditional love or higher are here with us today. I have set the intention to create with my higher heart frequency, as I always do. And with that, thank you for being here. All right, so I am going to finish week 1 of my training for Twee's online program, Finding Your Shuffle Flow. But before I do so, I always like to bring in my little spiritual wisdom and my spiritual practices just so that I can ground and get balanced and really anchor in that energy of my higher heart. And so it's just a beautiful lesson if you want to put that into practice for yourself, or just enjoy the entertainment of these channelings and me dancing, whatever it may be. If you're here, I appreciate you. So today, first and foremost, channeling from this beautiful channeled book by my beautiful friend Gabriela, Field of Light. You can find it on Amazon. And what I do is I just pull open to a page that could best serve the collective. And so here we go. With that intention, what page am I being called to today? Okay, here we are. Giving and receiving energies. I'm going to read the entire passage because I feel like that will be helpful for us all. Be mindful that you are often the receiver of lower vibrations. Okay, for example, from those little boxes and screens you subject yourself to. Those are meaning our iPhones. Be mindful of those and do not use them too much. They are projecting a tiring and draining vibration which will cause you to feel worn and old. At first you will not feel the full effects, but we have witnessed that overuse of those little machines is not beneficial for your kind. We share these messages with intention to protect you. And I don't know if you can see my hand right now, but it's literally shaking because the energy is just so palpable on this book. Like every time I open it or just hold it, and I don't know if you could tell my voice, but I was kind of stuttering over my words. The messages are just so powerful because it is a channel text. So it's from the Supreme Beings, which is just beings from a higher realm, and they channel this information to Gabriela in order to share with us, and I just feel so honored to share it with you all. But it's crazy because I'm clairsentient, so I can really feel the vibrations. They're subtle, so I don't know if it translates on the screen, but I can feel it in my body. And this is an important message. So you're probably watching me on those little box screens of ours, but it is important to start your day the best way possible. Is I've just noticed from my human experience is when I wake up and don't grab my little box screen to scroll on, I just have more energy for myself to set the intention of what do I want my day to feel like. And a lot of times when we just naturally out of habit open our screens, it's feeding us energy and vibrations that are being programmed into us and how whoever is projecting these energies wants us to feel, instead of being the sovereign beings, and we are so strong and powerful in setting those intentions for ourselves. So this is not saying to not use our screens or use social media or be able to partake in the beautiful technology that is available to us. It's simply saying just start your day with the intention that you are in power of your energy, and you will not give your power away to these screens just mindlessly scrolling and just allowing it to suck your energy, but being intentional when you use these technologies in how you're using them, what you're using them for, and just so you can live out your highest timeline. That's ultimately what it is, because with anything in this world, there's dualistic, there's positive. I don't know if you hear that. There's a spirit in my fridge, so it's snapping when it's agreeing to what I'm saying. Is so silly. But anyways, so yeah, so that's the message from this beautiful book, Field of Light. And next, I am feeling called to pull a card for us from Beyond Lemuria. This deck is so special to me. It was gifted to me once again from my best friend Gabriela. And I just have always deep in my soul resonated with blue beings. And it's funny because everything kind of ties back to your childhood. I'm wearing blue not by coincidence. I'm wearing blue so I can activate my throat chakra and finally just film and produce and create all the things that have been honestly just stuck in me, being like, free me, I want you to create this. And me and my ego mind being fearful and being like, no, I don't know enough, or no, I'm not. I look at myself, I'm like, no, you're not like those people that are on YouTube. And I've been integrating a lot of mirror work. Oh, hello cards. I've been integrating a lot of mirror work, still have a lot to be done, and just looking at myself for the pure soul that I am, to try to like see the beauty in myself that others see in me, because a lot of times we could see the beauty and love within someone else, but for whatever reason, it is so hard to see within ourselves. But back to the story of when I was a child, I loved the song I'm blue, da ba dee ba ba da. So like obviously that was a sign like, yeah, you were probably blue in a past life. And I just feel so connected to Mama Gaia, Mother Earth. And when I'm like getting all choked up, like my soul is like talking about it, it's so interesting. Yeah, just because today I just felt called to go to the ocean, and it's just like right over here, so it's not far. And it's raining right now. I don't know if you can hear that, but it was supposed to rain today, and then I just like my soul knew it was going to be sunny, and I've been being called to ground my energy in the morning and to really anchor in the energies of the sun, because we are ourselves like solar panels and we can get infinite energy from the sun. And so as I was just walking on the beach, just focusing on the intention of getting energy from the sun and anchoring that down into the earth with my feet, I'm doing a meditation. And first it's one of the encoded frequencies by Katie. She's a beautiful angel that's also on YouTube. And then I did a Dr. Joe Dispenza meditation, who is a beautiful soul who started me on this whole spiritual path when I found his work. And as I was doing those two meditations, after the first one, I opened my eyes and I see dolphins just like springing out of the water. And I'm just like, it brought me to tears, because I was just like, that is so beautiful. Energy is a real thing. Animals feel it. Dolphins are so intelligent. They just speak energetic vibrations to us humans. That's how we know. That's all we know really about how they speak, is based off frequency, and they felt my frequency, and that just like warmed my heart that I'm like, okay, this is like real. It's not just something in my mind or like stories that I'm just like fantasizing. And so yeah, I just wanted to share that story because it was really powerful for me today, because I feel like I'm breaking the habits of being my old self and getting stuck in my ego and not creating, not doing the things I'm meant to do, like shuffle, and not practicing because my ego is just like stopping me from doing these things and being like, you're not ready, you're not good enough, comparing. And that's not healthy for me or anyone, because, you know, I had people like Emily, who is a shuffler, who taught me that shuffling can be something so transformative for your soul and your spirit, just like by first watching one of her videos on YouTube in 2020. I was just like, I want to dance like that. And so if it's a message that I speak, or if it's something within my shuffle flow that resonates with you, it's only fair that I share it and stop holding it in. Because if Emily never shared her light, shared her wisdom, shared her talent, I don't know where I would be today. Maybe I wouldn't be dancing, because she was the one that I first saw that it just resonated deep within me, like, I need to be doing this. So I now know to do this selflessly and stop looking at it all about me. And so that's how I'm able to get outside of myself. So I'm first just gonna finish up this spiritual talk with pulling a card from this beautiful Lemurian deck. And then I'm going to practice the week 1 homework so I can send it to Twee, who's the coach for me, and it's integrating all the like lessons that we learned from week 1, so I can finish that out. And I'm gonna dance to a song. So I put together like John Summit's from his Experts Only live set earlier this year, and I just found these 3 songs and I love them so much, so I just streamed them together, clipped them, streamed them together, and put them in like a audio clip for myself. So I don't know if I can share it on this because it probably will get copyright strike, so I will share that with you in a file in the description if you want to like check it out, just to like flow to it. But it just helps me get out of my head and into my body, because the songs just like resonate, and one of the songs isn't Resonate, coincidentally, even though he has a song called Resonate, but they just resonate so deep within me at this moment in time. So it could help you just get out of your head into your body. But with that being said, beautiful angels, let's pull a card for us. What does the collective need to hear at this time? Angels and guides, please speak to me through these beautiful cards. Is there a card that will speak to the collective at this moment in time so that we can get a clear and accurate reading to best serve us in our highest timeline? Oh my God, my voice is cutting out. I think my soul is just so happy that I'm finally doing this and finally just feel safe to be here with you all, to like share who I really am, because I am a shuffler, but I'm also very spiritual, because I didn't become a shuffler until I became spiritual. It was able to connect me with my true authentic self to find that I can do this, I can be a shuffler. So this card is being called to me. Beyond the mind. Okay, what a beautiful, I'm going to share this card because it's just a beautiful activation as well. This art is like, it's obviously from another dimension. This is the artist if you want to look her up. And with that being said, I'm going to read from the guidebook while holding up the card. Beyond the Mind 20. They're quite long, so I'm gonna hold it up. Let's go this way. All right, Beyond the Mind. Thinking with the heart, being present, heart and mind connected meditation, the bliss of being, quieting the monkey mind, fathoming the unfathomable, finding happiness within, going beyond intellectual limitation. The mind is a wonderful tool for moving us through the logistical elements of life so we can function in the world. However, its endless chatter, self-doubt, limiting stories, and subconscious programming can also keep us in our suffering. One of the fundamental problems with the mind chatter is that it takes us out of the present moment. As soon as we are in the past or future, we are no longer empowered in the present. When we are stuck in our past or worrying about the future, we are not in command of the now. All we are doing is draining our energy and removing ourselves from the beauty of this incredible moment where anything is possible. That is not to say we shouldn't plan for the future or honor the past. This message is about bringing our awareness to the present. We are naturally wired to be everywhere but the present moment. Just as we would exercise to keep our body fit and healthy, it is useful to practice being here and now. Learning to find inner spaces of peace and silence, regardless of external circumstances, is one of our greatest gifts we can cultivate for ourselves. Much of our Western culture and society pivots our mind-based paradigms. This has served us getting from A to B in a very linear way, but it is not holistic, and the cracks are starting to show. We learned that logical is always the right approach. However, more and more people are feeling unfulfilled, happy, and anxious, even though we're living more comfortably and with fewer threats. What could this be about? The answer to just be, even for just 10 minutes a day. There are many techniques to help quiet the mind. Find the ones that work for you. As your internal world becomes more peaceful, conscious, empowered, and meaningful to do so. And to do so will your external world. They are interconnected. True bliss is experienced completely and utterly in the present moment. In essence, it is the feeling we spend so much of our life seeking. Ironically, we have access to this feeling always without external stimulants or concepts. Allow everything to drop away so that you are present. It can take some work, but presence and bliss are totally within your grasps. Commodity-driven society tells us that we need to seek things outside ourselves to feel safe and happy. This thinking keeps us out of the magic. The enlightened souls know that there's so much more. So the meaning of this card, the divinatory meaning. Take a step outside your mind-based concerns or limitations. Looking at things in an overly logical way will hinder you and obstruct access to your superpowers. You may be transfixed by a past experience. The past may be running you and making your mind spin so you cannot see what is really in front of you. Consider what your heart and your gut are telling you. Step back and clear your mind. Meditate in your own way. Contemplate what the situation at hand would feel like if you released all fears and worries. Are these concerns even yours? So that's powerful because it kind of ties into what we were talking about earlier about, the mind and the ego and the past versions of ourselves and how they really limit us. And what I did in these meditations was I really connected to my heart because Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, it connects us to our heart. So a lot of his meditations, we feel into our heart first, and he has really powerful tracks that go behind his guided meditations that really help us get in that state of love and just I just really want to feel that. It's similar to dancing, but for meditation. And so just it really amplifies the feelings in your heart and that love and warmth within. And then what he does, which is super cool, is he connects it to the mind as we go through the guided meditation, which when we have a coherent brain and heart, we are able to break these limiting beliefs and lead with our heart, which means we're really using the energy from our heart to power our brain, which is a different way of thinking in which we've been trained and programmed to, lead life. But we're our best own science experiment. So today it worked for me because here I am filming. I really felt connected to the earth. I really felt connected to my heart. And I just feel more empowered to create now. And so, just from my experience alone, and that's why I'm only speaking from my experience. But if my experience can help you in any way in quieting your mind, I highly recommend checking out his work. And even if it's just listening to some music that really just gets you going in the morning and walking on the earth, whether it's grounding on the grass, if you're next to the beach, that is a beautiful way. But just spending those moments for yourself quietly, even if it's just 5 minutes, are so powerful because over time, it's been 5 years now for me, but it's completely transformed my life. And at first I hated meditating. I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. But my soul was like, you need to do it. Not you need to, or you should, but it's just this needs to happen so you can transform into the version of yourself you're meant to be. And so now it's just like drinking water, brushing my teeth. It's just something that I have to do to maintain this vessel. And with that being said, beautiful angels, I am so glad that you are tuning in with me. If you are here for the spiritual messages, thank you, starseeds. And everyone else, let's get back to practicing. And if you're here for both, you are part of my soul fam, and I love you so much. All right, so we're gonna listen to my track, and we are gonna get started. I gotta put on my shoes first.
Them is an act of God.
Something to lose, so I gotta move. I can't keep myself and still keep you too. So I keep in mind when I'm on my own, somewhere far from home, in the danger zone. How many times did I tell you before it finally got through? You lose, you lose.
Really proud of me. Really proud. love you so much. Thank you for being here. So grateful. And with that, I'm out of breath. And I'm going to give you a big kiss because I love you so much.